But before that, let me just introduce myself. Okay, so for you to be able to know the correct spelling of my name, so just go to the instructor's profile, and then you will see right here my name, and then my I graduated as a computer engineering, not civil or not easy. Okay, so as early as of now, you might uh, want to know what as what major did I finish when I was still in college. So I also graduated in UC way back 2018. Okay, so BS major in computer engineering at University of the Cordilleras. And then here are my areas of interest. So these are the only things that I can share to you guys. Well, number one is I love developing websites. So this is my hobby as of now. Before I'm into Android development, but that was way back 3 years ago when I was still in college. But as of now, since I have a sideline, so I'm more into web developing. Okay, and then the rest, let's see, robotics, IoT, and then ML or machine learning. Okay, not Mobile Legends. Okay, machine learning. Okay, so let's just say that it's only around 10% of my time right now. Okay, but yeah, mostly it's moves on web developing. So yeah, those are the only things that I can share to you guys. And also, I'm at the age of 24. Okay, and then what else? So after that, the other links will lead you to the syllabus of this subject and then to the modules of this subject. Well, you can also go right here. You can click the syllabus right here are the modules. It will lead you to the same web page. Okay. And then here's a short introduction of this course. So a welcoming message and then the course delivery of this subject. So as you guys may already know, it's ODL. So nothing has changed. And then the course overview. So we have four course learning outcomes. So understand the different PC circuit, etc., etc. So I will leave the reading part to you guys. Well, anyway, we'll be able to discuss this one later on the syllabus because this one is also part of the syllabus. Okay, so that's mostly when it comes to the homepage. So for the syllabus, so just click this one and then it will lead you to the syllabus. So this one is a 3 units lecture. Okay, and then here's the schedule of this subject. So 11:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Okay, my bad. Let me just edit this one real quick. 3:30 p.m. Okay, so Monday and Thursday. Okay, for 6.5 weeks starting from June 19 up to August 5. Okay, and then here's the course description. Here's the course learning outcomes, which you can also find on the homepage. And then here are the list of topics that we're going to discuss for the whole 6.5 weeks. Okay, so for the first 3 weeks, so we'll discuss this one. Okay, module 1 up to module 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to module 6. Okay. And then after that, of course, it will be now the finals. So week 4 to week 6. So as you guys can see, we have a total of 12 modules. Okay. So 6 modules for the midterms and then another 6 modules for the finals. Okay. So right now, I have already combined the module 1 and 2 into one module. So we can already finish the module 1 and 2 today. Okay. And the next meeting is coming Monday. So we will try to finish the 2 modules. Okay. And then for this coming Thursday, again, next week, we'll try to finish the last 2 modules. So as you guys can see, you still have one more week, okay, remaining. Since I intentionally uh, to finish the 2 modules in every meeting. So it's like 2 modules, one meeting, 2 modules, and then one meeting, and then another 2 modules for one meeting, and then you'll have one more week, okay, free time. So I'll give that one as your free time to finish all of the activities that I will give to you guys. Okay. Well, in some cases, that's not actually two. So sometimes it's only one meeting. So just try to maximize that 1 or 2 meetings that I'll leave to you guys as your free time. Okay. So the same scenario for the week 4 to 6. All right. So that's pretty much it for the course content. Okay. So if you want to know the topic for the next meeting, so feel free to visit the syllabus. And here you will see the topics that we're going to discuss next meeting. Okay. And then here is the available ebook. So there's only one. So just left click this one and then it will lead you to this. Oops, it's not working anymore. Well, anyway, so I'll try to find another link, okay, wherein it will give you a ebook for the entire topics that we're going to discuss, so that you can have a an official book where you can read if you have free time. Okay, and then for the basis of evaluation. All right, so this is already common sense. So we evaluate you guys through your how you discuss things, through your quizzes, through your assignments, and then especially to your examinations. Okay, and then of course, not only that, it should be successful completion of all the requirements of the course, especially the major requirements. So what are those major requirements? So number one is your exams, your midterm exam, and then your final exam. Without those exams, you'll not be able to pass the subject. Okay, even though you're having a very high score, let's say perfect score when it comes to quizzes and assignments, but you don't have a midterm exam or a final exam, you will still get a grade of INC in this subject. Okay, so be sure to finish all of the activities, all of the major requirements. All right, and then lastly, the standard grading system of the university shall be used, which is this one, this grading system. So to make it short, the passing score that we have in UZ, the standard of UZ is 60%. Okay, so if you're aiming for a grade of 75, then you should at least get a 60% score in everything. Okay, so in exam, if it's out of 100, then you should get 60 out of 100. Let's say if it's out of 10, let's say in a quiz or sit works, you should get 6 out of 10. Okay, so always aim 60% and above. With that, you'll be able to, pass the subject without a problem. But if you're always getting 60% and below, then there's a big chance that you will fail this subject. Okay, so yeah, that's only it for the syllabus. So are we clear so far? Hello? Were you guys
Yes,
able to
sir.
follow? Okay, so to make it quick, you don't need to chat in our chat box. So if I'm asking and it's answerable by yes or no, just give me a thumbs up. Okay, so with that, I can see your response right away. You know? All right, so after the syllabus, then the last one is a module link. So this one will lead you to the module tab, which is the same with this one. So right here, I have already published the week 0 and then the week 1. So this is actually a finished course already, since I have already discussed this one or teach this one last term. So week 1, week 2, but not yet published, week 3, and then after the week 3, of course, your midterm exam. And then if most of you are getting or got a low score on your midterm exam, then I might publish this one also, additional points for the midterm exam. Then after that, of course, week 4, week 5 and 6, and then your final exam. Okay, so yeah, that's how quick to finish this course. As long as you know every topic, then or not at least maybe no, as long as you have already familiarized most of the topics, I guess, then you'll be able to pass the subject without a problem. Anyway, so for the modules, of course, you should go to the week 0 first. So to those who haven't submitted their 1 minute video, please do this one before June 28th. So the due date is June 28th. So as of now, there were only 7 students who submitted their 1 minute video. So please, to the others who haven't created their video yet, So please do this one so that I can learn more about you guys. So what are your names, where you came from, and what are your expectations with this subject, and especially your connectivity. Because I'll base it. Sometimes I base here your state in life, like for example, or status in life. Like for example, I can give you maybe extensions. Like for example, you missed quiz number one, you wasn't able to do that one before the given due date, so I might give you a consideration or an extension to finish that quiz, especially if you have a very poor internet connection. Okay, but please be honest, okay? So do not fake that you only have 3G, you don't have a laptop, you don't have a desktop, you're only using phone, like you're making yourself super poor just to uh, uh, take advantage of that one that I will give you more time to finish the activities. Okay, so just be honest, okay? All right. So after the week zero, so here's now the week one, module one and two. So this is already combined module 1 and 2 in one module. Okay, so here are the topics that we're going to discuss later on. So as early as of now, I would like you guys to download this one. So just left click this learning materials and then click this download module 1 and 2 so that you can have your own copy. Okay, so that just in case that I'm quite fast when it comes to explaining things. So with that, you can go back and then clarify the things that you wasn't able to understand. Okay. Well, anyway, so yeah, that's it for the module one and two. But before that, the thing that you guys would like to see first, before jumping to the module learning materials, is the module overview for week one. Okay, so just left click this one, and then it will lead you to a page wherein here it will tell you the topic learning outcomes, and then here are the list of topics, and then the learning resources, especially the learning resources. So in here, I always put a supplemental video materials just in case, how I explain things is not that clear. So, or you want more example, so you can check some of the videos that I include in here. So yeah, in here you'll be able to see more examples and then learn more about the definition of that topic, etc., etc. Okay, and then for the reading materials, I think this is also the same link. Yeah, same link. So this one is not yet working for now, so I'll try to fix this one later on. Okay, so that you guys can have a complete ebook. Composing all of the modules. Okay, that we'll discuss in this subject. And yeah, that's it for the overview. And then let's go back now to this one right here. And then all of the links of our Zoom meeting will be posted on the this page right here. Zoom links for synchronous class meeting. Okay, so in here, mostly we have an average of 3 meetings, so sometimes 4, sometimes 2, but mostly 3 meetings or 3 parts of meetings. So this is a part 1. So later on we're going to have a part 2, and then later on we're going to have a part 3. Okay, since we have to finish the module 1 and 2 today. Okay, so that you guys can start answering the assessment part right here, the exercise number 1 and 2, example number 8, and then the quiz for this module 1 and 2. Okay, and then after that, of course, we have this interaction with students. So we have this discussion, to be exact. Okay, so in here you'll be given a facts and then a question. So all you need to do is read the facts before jumping into the question. Okay, so I just would like to see your opinion. Okay, so just click this reply and then what can you say regarding with this facts and then this question right here. Okay, so there is no wrong answer. Okay, since it's an opinionated answer. Okay, so this is also 20 points. Okay, so the due date of your given activities right here will be on July 1. So most of them, so those 4 activities, uh, you will have exactly 1 week. Okay, so starting now, you have 1 week to finish or to do those given activities. Okay, but of course, before jumping to the official assessment, the quiz and assignment, so make sure to do some practices first. Okay, so in here I attach some websites, especially all about circuits, because most of my uh, see way of discussing things, definitions, the examples came from All About Circuits. So make sure to visit the website. This is All About Circuits. This is a very helpful website. Though if this one is not enough, then I think you can also visit Khan Academy and tutorials electronics, I guess. So there's a lot of websites that you can visit to practice your skills with that specific topic. Okay, so make sure to at least spend an hour, 2 hours before jumping and answering the assessments part right here. Okay, so yeah, that's it for the overview of this subject. So are you guys ready now to start our official discussion for the module 1 and 2?
Yes, sir.
All right. So are we clear so far, or do you guys have a question or a thing that you guys would like to clarify? Then I can see that most of your name right here are, super familiar. So if I'm not mistaken, you guys are my students in Math 100, am I correct? Or
Yes, sir.
computer
Yes,
fundamentals?
sir.
I see. So that's why. All right. And then one more thing. Maybe you guys already know this one. This watch videos. So this is where I put all the links of the supplemental videos, and then here's I also put the link for the recorded Zoom meeting. So this meeting is recorded, so I'll put here the links for this recorded meeting later on after our discussion. Okay. So if you have missed something, if you wasn't able to attend early, so you can go back right here just by watching this video. Okay. All right. So let's start now with the discussion of module 1 and 2. Why it doesn't want to open? Anyway, I'll just use the PowerPoint. Okay, so in here we're going to discuss this, lots of topics, especially the fundamentals of electric circuit, the Ohm's law, types of circuit, what is power, what is electric heat and energy. Okay, so without further ado, let's start with electric circuit. So what exactly an electric circuit? Okay, so when we see electric circuit, to make it simple, it is actually a path wherein electrons from a voltage or current source will flow. Okay, so when we see there's a flow of current, that's already an electric circuit. Okay, so from the start up to the end. Okay, so you cannot see that this is an electric circuit if there is no flow of current. So if there is no flow of current, then maybe it's an open switch, okay, or it's a broken path. Okay, so like for example, this one, initially this one is open. So even though we have a source of current or source of voltage in here in this body, but if this one is not connected, okay, so you cannot call this one electric circuit. Okay, because there is no path for the electrons to flow from start up to the end or to the returning point of this path right here. Okay, so that's how simple it is. If there is a flow of current and then it's working, then that's already an electric circuit. Okay, so the point where those electrons enter an electrical circuit is called the source, okay, of electrons, and then the point where electrons leave an electrical circuit is called the return or earth ground. Okay, so mostly it's being represented by, so it's a line like, so for a ground, let's say this is your circuit, we have your resistors right here, you have your voltage source right here. So mostly the ground right here is not indicated. Okay, it's an invisible ground, but it's a common sense that that's there's already a ground when it comes to electric circuit. Okay, but to represent that one, it's being represented by this symbol right here. Okay, so it's a line, something like this, with a three lines. Okay, so that's the symbol of a ground. And then this one is a voltage source. So a voltage source has two polarities. So one is positive and then one is negative. So it could be negative right here and then it could be positive right here. So depending on the representation of that symbol. All right. Well, anyway, we'll discuss more about the polarity later on. But for now, since this one, as you guys can see in this picture right here, since this one is an open circuit, so we could not see that this is an electric circuit. Okay. And yeah, since there is no flow of current. And this one can be on the right side picture. This could be considered as if electric circuit since there is a flow of current. Okay, starting from the positive and then going back to the negative. Okay, so I hope we're clear with this one. Anyway, this one is super simple to understand. All right, so let's move on to the next one. So the part of an electrical circuit that is between the electron's starting point and the point where they return to the source is called the electrical circuit's load. Okay, so it could not be just a wire. Okay, to make it simple, why do you have a voltage source in the first place? Okay, that's because they wanted to power up something. Okay, so what is that something? So in the world of electrical circuits, we call that one load. Okay, so this load could be any appliances, okay, that that uh, will be turned on if there is a flow of current that's flowing on that specific device or specific appliances. Okay, so to make it simple, let's just say that this is a bulb. Pangit naman ng bulb na yan. Bulb. I still don't know how to draw a bulb. Well, anyway, let's just say that this is a bulb, okay? So in order for this bulb to lit up, so there should be a flow of current. So starting from here, and then right here, and then going back to the negative part, or to the ground, okay? So let's say this is your switch wherein you can on and off that one. So if it's on, then there's a continuous flow of current. If it's off, then there is an open circuit. So the wire right here is not touching this wire. Okay, so yeah, that's it for the load. Okay, so just like what I mentioned a while ago, a load is any electrical circuit that maybe power up by a electrical source or electric source. So it could be a refrigerator, a television, lamps, or a hydroelectric power generating station. Okay, so are we clear so far when it comes to where is that one, when it comes to entering and then leaving and then the load that it is going to? So were you guys able to follow so far when it comes to basic parts of electrical circuit?
Yes, sir.
Hello, hello. Okay, great. So this battery right here is the positive part. Okay, the one that's in above, and then the one that is below is the leaving part, and then right here the light bulb is our load. Okay, and then in here we have two types of current. So as you guys may already know, we call that one AC or DC. So if it's AC, then it's alternating current. So it's very straightforward. It's alternating from positive to negative, and then positive again to negative. All right. But if it's a direct current, so from its name itself, direct current, so there's only one flow of current. So it could be positive only or it could be negative only. All right. So yeah, that's the representation of AC and then DC. So AC or alternating current often powers large appliances and motors and is generated by power stations. And for DC, So DC powers are often battery operated vehicles and other machines and electronics. Okay, so of course we can convert DC to AC or AC to DC. Okay, so we can do that one, but this will be discussed. This converters right here will be discussed on electronics. Okay, not in electrical circuits. All right, so that's it for the types of current. One more thing. So we will not discuss AC in this subject. So we will only focus on direct current. Though in your laboratory, okay, so I also made some laboratories wherein you need to use AC or alternating current. Okay, though it's just a way of making the DC into AC. Okay, so as simple as that. All right, so let's now talk about the Ohm's law. So probably you guys already heard this one. So Ohm's law is the fundamentals of everything when it comes to the relationship between the current, voltage, and then the resistance. Okay, so without the current, you will not be able to provide a voltage. But you can provide a current, without the resistance. However, our resistance now is a very big has a very big role when it comes to current and then voltage. So that is why it's no part of the Ohm's law. Okay, so this is actually our limiter, or for us to be able to control the flow of current or the voltage that will flow on that specific path. Okay, so we call that one Ohm's law. Okay, so it was discovered by George Simon Ohm. Okay, so as you guys can see, this one came from the person who invented this law. So his last name is Ohm. So that's now his law. So Ohm's law. Okay, so if you will be able to, discover something or able to come up with a new formula, and then you're the one uh, who invented that one, then they could name that using your last name. Like, for example, let's say Paran. You could say it's now Paran's law. Okay, something like that. All right. So this is something that you can be proud of. So this one was published in his book at the year 1827. So the name of this book is Galvanic Circuit Investigated Mathematically. All right. Well, anyway, so that's a short history when it comes to Ohm's law, and then who is the person who invented that one or who discovered that one. So here's now the main definition, or the uh, exact formula that we're talking about when it comes to Ohm's law. So Ohm's law states that the current through a conductor between 2 points is directly proportional to the voltage across the 2 points. Okay, introducing the constant of proportionality, the resistance, one arrives at the usual mathematical equation that describes this relationship. Okay, so as you guys can see, I is proportionally equal with V. Okay, and it's quite the opposite of the resistance, since from the word itself, resistance, it resists the flow of current, or it resists the voltage that will flow on that specific circuit. So I is for the current, and then V is for the voltage, and then R is for the resistance. So for the V and R, so I think it's very straightforward. So the first letter is the call this one the acronym, okay, of that one. But for the current, it's not C, so it's I, because C it's it's for the capacitor. I just don't know the reason why, but when it comes to current, it's being represented by the letter I. Okay, not letter C. So just take note on that one. All right. And then for the Ohm's law, so the unit of this one is amperes. Okay. So please do take note on this one. And then for the voltage, of course, it's volts. And then for the R, it's ohms. Okay. Or sometimes this one's being represented by omega. Okay. Oops. Let me just remove this one. So yeah, that's it for the formula of the Ohm's law. I is equal to V divided by R. And then here are their units. And then we have here the types of circuit. So you guys have already heard this one already. So we have series circuit, and then we have parallel circuit. So to make it simple, when we say series circuit, there is the same current that is passing from this point to the other point, or let's say in this path right here, there is only one current that is flowing on the entire circuit. Okay, so the current on the R1 is the same on the current on the R2. It's also the same on the current on the R3, and then until it goes back to the original source. So our current is equal the entire time. But for the parallel, okay, so as you guys can see right here, well, initially we still have one current, but it will be divided into three, okay, upon reaching this node right here. So some currents will flow on the R1, we call that one I1. Some currents will flow on the R2, we call that one I2. And then some currents will flow on the R3, and then we call that one I3. So if this happened, we call that one parallel circuit already. Okay, so you don't need to memorize any circuit diagram just to identify that this one is a series, this one is a parallel. Just stick to the definition. If it's being divided, or if the current is being divided into two and above, then that's already a parallel connection or parallel circuit. Okay, so are we clear so far regarding with the definition of series and parallel circuits? How about the others? So do you guys have a question so far?
No, sir.
All right, so we will stop here for now since we don't have enough time anymore. Since, as you guys may already know, Zoom meeting, and then if it's not premium, it's only limited to 40 minutes. Okay, so we will stop here for now, and then we'll just continue the rest on the part two. So goodbye for now, and then just wait for the link for the part two. Okay,
Thank you, sir.
thank you too.